Hey guys, it's Parker here, back with part 27 and 28. At some point I'm gonna forget which part I'm in, so forgive me if that happens. So before recording, I just electrically shocked myself while putting all of the cables in for the recording, and then I couldn't find a USB cable to connect this, so there was like so much delays in starting this episode. So I hope that's not an omen. Okay, continuing on, because it was so dark under that seat in the cab. I was straining my ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin. Presumably that was McGill getting on board. Nah, not only him. Oh, because I could definitely make out footsteps to two people. Okay, I gotta make sure everything's alright. Yeah, everything's alright. I'm actually recording it and microphone is on. Okay. In that case, it would seem likely that was Mr. McGill and the victim, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGill claimed he slept during the carriage ride. Pretty sure he was lying. And your own testimony, Gene supported his. Yeah, that weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear them talking the whole time in low voices. What were they talking about? Sorry, I don't know. The sound of the horses and the wheels is too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGill and the victim knew each other. So McGill was lying, as I suspected. I knew it weren't gonna take long before someone raised the alarm that the block had been killed. Yes, you're quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So when the cab came to a stop, McGill told me to lie back under the seat again. I climbed in and waited. The two coals from up top ran out to get the coppers. Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right, and after they're gone, McGill asked the driver to do him a favor. A favor? Now then, fella, now I need you to take this coat of mine and deposit it in a nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. Hey, I'll give you 10 guineas. A nearby pawnbroker, you mean on Baker Street? I was just thinking about how I need to like, clean up all the extra cables that I don't need. Yep, you got it. It was Winnie Banks. The coachee snapped up the money and ran out to pop his coat as fast as he could. So then there was no one left in the carriage. McGill opened the box under the seat and let me get out there, but not without conditions. I see. McGill's conditions. What were McGill's conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean. Not telling a soul, not for anything about what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well. There's more? Yeah, this is the most important thing, he said. After sending the coachman a little errand for me with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all? You asked him to go pop your weasel, right? Hey, the fiend's taking me over because they deposited a pawnbroker hereabouts, and I want you lads to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand? What? You want me to have the ticket? That's right, and I'll come fetch it for me later, sometime within the next 2 months. You're to hang on to it until then, is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it. Alright then. And in case it might happen to be delayed at all, you're to go to the pawn shop, Winnie Banks, so it is, and you're to extend the loan before the 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited. Any old fiend could come along and buy it. But I ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5. That should be enough. Do you understand each other, lass? Don't try anything funny now. If you go against me. Yeah, I get it. Good. And one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt. The coppers? Hey, they'll come asking you to take the stand in court, to testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it you must say, and what is it that you won't? After you got over it, I piked it, got as far away from there as I could. I hid the hamburger stick in some bushes near the scene. I went to fetch it next day once it got dark. So McGilded planned it, and coerced Gina to give false testimony. Whoops, I skipped that. Me and my dumb butterfingers. I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied in that big old courtroom. I told some corkers. The thing is, he said he would make it so he couldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with. What a wicked man. He knew everything what went on in the back slums. He knew he had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting by together. So you mean Mr. McGilder would have, in a heartbeat, he would have had to lot us chased out of there if he wanted. And then where could he have gone, eh? Nowhere, that's where. So, I didn't have no choice. Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything. But, I'm for it now, eh? Go on a minute, you must be livid. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. A favor? What? Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial. Eh? If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police don't let us. Investigate what? The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Shones was shot, you see. You what? Hurley's having a big operation right now, Jenny. Is it bad? Is he gonna be alright? Shones is gonna be alright, right? That's why I want to investigate, for Mr. Shones' sake as much as anything. Right. So what you're saying is, if you sign a bit of paper, everyone's happy, is that it? Something like that. Mrs. Otto? Yes, of course. I have the representation papers here. I don't need no one to stick up for me though. No lawyer or nothing. Poor Jenny, she seems so lonely. Alright. Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the scene at Windybanks now. Yes, and perhaps we can come back to visit Jenny when we're done here? Of course. I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. And now I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us investigating Windybanks. Although, something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. To be continued. No, I'm actually going to continue. But, yeah. Let's go investigate Windybanks now. Sorry if I sound a little tired, but that's just how it is alive. Here we are again, seeing the crime. Now to just these representation papers to Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please? What is it now? You should go home and get some rest. Here we are, Greg. See? Here are the representation papers. Your ladyship! Oh! I don't believe how the devil did you get this stubborn little ragabash to sign that? I salute you. That's good work, that is. I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue. Lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, I can hardly feel tired at all. Fit as a fiddle, your ladyship. Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime then? Do as you please. You know where it happened? Through that door behind the counter. Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Windybank and Gina. Alright, let's start investigating. Right, well, I'll be getting back to business then. Will you be investigating the storeroom as well, Inspector? If I'm perfectly honest, I need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there's so many articles to go through. It's taking forever even with the lads working around the clock. Which is a problem because it's not a case the yard needs to investigate urgently. That must be a stroll or song are meant by far more serious matters before. So what I'm saying is don't get out of my face, sunshine. Okay. Come then. Let us not waste any time. Alright, time to investigate. Okay. What about this guy? Okay, so while investigating, why don't I talk about the games that I have been playing the past 2 months? Yes, 2 months, 3 months. So I think I mentioned this before, but I actually downloaded Genshin Impact because I wanted to like play a co-op with a friend. And then yeah, I guess actually it was actually pretty fun. Like the grinding aspect of the game isn't really that fun, but like, you know, it's just a free game. So grinding levels and getting books and mora is actually pretty essential. Getting materials for ascending the characters, like I don't know. I guess it's just like it felt like a chore after a while, but it was actually pretty fun to do that. But especially like with co-op. So yeah, I'm a Beidou main. I really like Beidou. She's my favorite character. I have her at C5. She's level 80 at the moment, and yeah, I'm trying to get to rank 50. I'm rank 49 right now, so when I get to rank 50, I could like ascend Beidou to level 90. So I was just getting her materials. Yeah, so I need like 170 books and like 3 million mora. So far I have like 150 purple books and 2 million mora, so I'm like slowly saving up until I get there. Oh yes, they're exactly the same. Wow, I was like reading it, and then while talking I was like, wait, maybe I should focus on the game here that I'm recording. Hehe, got it. These 2 photographs hide an amazing secret. A secret? What does she mean? You must tell us, Iris, at once. Heh, do you really want to know? Yes, we need to we need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. Okay, would you like to talk to us about it, Iris? So Iris, about these 2 photographic prints. The one you found here at Windy Bank's, Mr. Windy Bank's counter, and the one Gina gave us before. So yeah, in conclusion, I'm a Beidou main. Like, I got a Beidou at a standard banner, even though her rate wasn't up, so I was like, yay! And then I got another Beidou at Raiden Shogun's banner. I was like, yay! Freaking alright then. And then I got like 4 Beidous in Kokomi's banner. So I was like, yes, see, 5 Beidou. Alright, anyway. What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these 2 identical prints? Actually, that's not quite right. Sorry? If you look carefully, the 2 prints are the same. Not exactly. They're not. Have another look at them now. What? I guess the cat's angle is kind of different. Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other? I think so. Oh yeah, the cat is kind of angled differently, isn't it? But what's the reason for the subtle difference between the 2 prints? Oh, well, it's because they're set, you see. No, I don't. This pair of photographs. It's meant to be used in stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about that at the moment. Ah, stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I heard that word before recently? Oh, yes. That's what Mr. Sean showed us yesterday. Oh yeah, he did. You see, there it is, just over there. Ah, yes, of course. The magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch. Hehehe, well actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions. What? Really? Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful. Then I'll be able to tell you. She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain though? We need to carry on investigating the scene. I, for one, simply have to know. Alright. Oh, okay. And we're having a stereoscopic lecture from Iris. Have you ever considered, Bruno, how our eyes see depth in the world around us? I like how Iris' gestures is like very similar to Sholm's. Well, I just opened them and it works. But the reason it works is because you have 2 eyes. 2 eyes? Shocking. What if you only have 1 eye like Beidou? If you try closing just 1 eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. What you see with your left eye and what you see with your right eye are ever so slightly different. You get a different view from with each eye. This is true. Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly, and in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the 2 views into 1. Huh. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see. My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me. Ah, I think I see. So the pair of photographs consists of a left eye view and a right eye view. Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick. So if you could persuade your brain to merge 2 pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see depth in these pictures? Yes, Runo, you're beginning to understand, and a stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that. Yes, but as long as you have 2 images, 2 eyes, and 1 brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all. You can? Really? Oh, okay, how to view stereoscopic prints? Let's try it. Let's see if we can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go. Sasan really loves this kind of thing. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? Like, to just do something that you don't really know about. You need to be able to cross your eyes. This is the main thing. Can you both do that? No, I can't cross my eyes. I think I can? Watch me and see if you can copy. Make your eyes do this. Alright, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruto? What is this scene? There, how's that? Wonderful. That was your turn, Runo. The trick is to cause you're looking. I don't know, they look so silly right now. The trick is to cause you're looking at the bridge of Runo's with both sides at the same time. Not exactly an easy task and 2 people are staring at you cross-eyed. I don't know why it's so funny. Oh, okay. Alright, back to normal. Alright, that's the practice. Now let's try looking at the prints. Start by staring at 1 print, slowly crossing your eyes. Oh boy, you should see 2 overlapping images like this. Oh my god. You try it out right now. I'm just going to have to give it a try, I suppose. Did the print split into 2 images for you? Now the next step? Is to put the pair of prints side by side like this and then to try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together until it's 1 image. They form a new single image in the center. Oh yes! Mr. Naruto works! Whoops! I can see in the middle now! It looks so real, I could look at it all day. I wouldn't advise that, your eyes might start to hurt. Your turn, Runo. Pretend you're looking through the 2 pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the 2 images overlap exactly in the middle. Like this, is it? Huh? There, you managed it! So now you know how stereoscopic images work. Well, I don't know how to discover it, but it really is quite extraordinary. Maybe someone who had a lot of time with their hands and then they just like crossed their eyes and are like, oh, I can see 2 images in 1! So what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Runo? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? Did she buy it? Oh, if I remember correctly, you press this little knob here. Then set the pair of photographs in this stand at the back and... It's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now. Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently, but if these little machines are so affordable, surely you just don't need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them. But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect of your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case. Stereoscopic pictures. I never even heard of them until yesterday. Same. We certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge I ever actually need. I mean, maybe it'll be important later. Actually, let's look at the court record. You actually do have another print like this. This is the ticket that Gina brought in here yesterday. Yes, having been entrusted to her by Mr. Magoda 2 months earlier, Article deposited one gentleman's overcoat, and the other redemption ticket was pocket that coat. Yes, for a small box, deposited 2 days for the omnibus incident. Could that have anything to do with this? Probably, right? So this is the second of the 2 photographic prints of the cat, and it really does look like Wagahai. It looks exactly the same as the first photograph of first glance. I suppose that's what's so compelling. Actually, now that we have both pictures, I can have another go of viewing them in a stereoscopic image. So, I need to cross my eyes to try to get the 2 cats merged in the middle of this one. It's such a hard thing to do. Whoever thought of this in the first place must have spent a long time staring. Like, I'm like trying to cross my eyes too. Yeah, I can't do it. What the hell? Like, how do you do it? Okay, whatever. Oh yes, this is a folding stereoscope. Really? This is stereoscope? Yes, we just talked about it. But yeah, continuing on with Genshin Impact. So I actually started Genshin Impact 2 because the Raiden Shogun banner was gonna happen in like 2 or 3 weeks. So I was like, oh, you know, maybe I should like start the game because I really want the Raiden Shogun. So I started playing at like late August, and then I'm still playing it now. I actually did get the Raiden Shogun after like 75 draws. So I was like, she's never gonna go home. I'm never gonna get her. Like, I was just like crying internally, and then I got my first 5-star Raiden Shogun. I actually like using the Raiden Shogun with Beidou, even though their skills like don't exactly work together, but I like my 2 Electro gals. And then I also tried my luck at the standard banner, and then I got Jean. I was like, yay, Jean! I actually like Jean too. I just like how it's just getting all the tall ladies. Like Beidou, Ball, and Jean. Like those 3 are like really tall. And then I try to get a bunch of Beidou constellations because she's my favorite character and I like using her, and I'm a Beidou main. So I tried getting Beidou at the Kokomi banner, and then I just got Kokomi. Like, I thought the pity rate was 90 draws guaranteed, but apparently the pity rate like rises at 60 draws, like at that moment at 60 draws. So I got Kokomi at the 60th draw. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll use Kokomi. And then she's actually like pretty good, like as long as you like have her HP up with the artifacts, even though like she can't crit. But like, yeah, I do like enjoy using Kokomi with Ball, Beidou, and Jean. So yeah, that's my main team. So I'm like trying to like make them stronger by getting artifacts and shit for them. All right, like here we are at the crime scene. Poor Iris, she's kind of completely. Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Winningbake's life was taken in this room only last night. Ah! Wait, Inspector! What is it now, Sunshine? You took one look at me trying to run away. You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from this jumped up little thief inside you, do ya? Well... I've never seen a relationship looking like that before is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her. So you aren't running away from me. You're running away from a 10-year-old. I mean, it is hard to just talk to someone regarding a death. I don't know, I guess just supposed to be there for them, you know? I'm afraid this is all a little much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector, instead of running away. Eh? Don't trouble yourself on Dolly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you? Bro. I don't think that went very well. Why? Look, I'm in the middle of investigation here, Sunshine. I told you not to get under my feet. And we have investigating to do ourselves. Yes, I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say. Socially inept? Oh, Hurley. And inquire into how Mr. Shone's operation is going. Alright, let's talk to the socially inept inspector. So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here? Psh, you've got eyes, haven't you? Use them. This is what it looks like, nothing more, nothing less. Iris, could you lend me a hand? So, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here? Oh yes, your ladyship, do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, shortly after the hour, 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. And the one and only Doris was found locked from inside. So it was locked from inside. The lock appears to be broken now though. Was that the police officer's doing? Quite right, ma'am. Quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in. As humbly as possible. Oh, as you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, dust-wise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child. Are you talking about Ginny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector. Mrs. Strahd, the hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world. She's still alive, you know. Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious, and I'm afraid to say she had the gun that was used in her hand. No. Presumably it's the gun that's still down there on the floor now. In her pocket, I found the key to the door as well. What? The key to the storeroom? And you say the storeroom had been locked from inside, Inspector? Correct. All of which leads her ladyship's friend. And something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid. Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's also sort of misunderstanding. Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is. The favoritism here. Gregsy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he? Well, the thing is, don't miss your words, Inspector, please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Shones is no, the operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well, out with it! Yes, ma'am! Cesaro about to do a Cesaro throw. They use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing. Renders the whole body insensitive. The whole body anesthetized. I'm sorry, this is a difficult word for me. It's not even possible. Anesthetized. It means the operation can be completed while the patient's fast asleep. Goodness, in the Pirate Japan, we could just manage to provide laughing gas for tooth extraction. The trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took them hours for it to nod off or so I hear. And at the off's finished state, they can't get her to wake up apparently. Oh my. No one knows the anesthetic's still in the system or the block's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do is stand back and watch until he comes around again. Hurley. The moment he opens his eyes, their ladyship, I swear I should get word to you. What a surprise. Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Shones has to do things his way. He's just built different. Alright, let's examine the crime scene. Okay, while I'm investigating, why don't I talk about the other game I've also been playing? I think I did mention that I was playing Granblue Fantasy 2. When it's December, it'll be my 2nd year anniversary playing Granblue Fantasy. Yeah. But yeah, at the moment there's not really that much going on. I guess this month, yeah, this month will be the Guild War for. Oh, yeah, it's the Win Guild War, and I guess I'll be grinding the boxes for that. Because I need to grind like 17 boxes for Song or Tuine, because I want to uncap her to level 120. She's level 110 at the moment, so yeah, I just need to get 17 boxes so I could get the Revenant Bows, so I could like reduce them to get the material for her. Yeah, like, I just need to get that for Song. And I also got the uncapped materials for Song's level 130 uncapped. So, like, I got everything. I just need to get 17 boxes for the Win Guild War. So, yeah, yeah, I just need to do that. And then, yeah, at the moment, like, I'm not really... Yeah, I guess it's the only thing that I gotta focus on this month. Okay, this is the crime scene. So, every month in Granblue Fantasy, a character, like, gets, like, a level 100 uncapped. And I've been really wanting Rosetta. She's my favorite character in Granblue Fantasy. I've been really wanting Rosetta to get her level 100 uncapped for a while now, because her level 80 version is, like, so outdated. And I just wish her Win version got like an update. And then it's Win Guild War next month, so I think it would make sense if she finally got her level 100 uncapped. Like, it's already been a long time since the grand version got her uncapped, and I really want Rosetta to get her uncapped so I can get new art of her. Like, so yeah, if it's not Rosetta next month, then oh well. I guess I'll be disappointed, but I'll be happy for the other Win character that will get their uncap. I just hope Rosetta gets their uncap soon. So yeah, yeah, that's it really. Okay, let's focus on the game. I don't know why I was just like babbling about the games I played, but like, you know, this is a game channel. This is just a hobby that I do, so I just wanted to like talk about it, I guess. I don't know. Instead of just like voice acting the game. I don't know. Like, I guess I could just like mix things up every once in a while. Okay. Iris? Don't worry, I'm alright. But we must find a true culprit. Yes, absolutely. Okay, how about we examine the court record? I can't find anything out of place. Oh, whoa, this is like a very thick script. The Hound of the Baskervilles. How does Sasha know the exact title of this unpublished story? I suppose I just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me. I'm so sorry. Well, I don't really see anything out of place here. So how about we... Oh, okay. Name Pop Windybank. Location Windybank storeroom. Color blue. Oh. A sample blood analyzed. I see. Poor Windybank. This is a revolver, a real one. And quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Windybank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You and Runo look like you're about to faint. Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh. I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, you saw Mr. Windybank with this yesterday, didn't we? It must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storeroom here. That was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand. Maybe somebody placed the gun there, like after knocking her out. Mr. Windybank told us that he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he? Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun has been fired, so he could be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver. Like this calendar here. Oh, look here! Yeah, I was like babbling too much of a Genshin Impact, so I was just like, oh, wait, I think I forgot something here. Presumably Mr. Windybank wasn't practicing his revolver in his spare time. Why does it look so bloody? Oh, well, Mr. Schultz liked to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry? It's all there in the Adventures Herlock Sholmes, you know. Isn't that right, Iris? Did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It's quite a dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often? He shouldn't even do it once. Forget that for now, Werner. Let's examine this bullet. What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? A suspicious red stain on the calendar. Aha! This is where I come in. Oh, right. If the blood changes to be the same color as sample for the storeroom, we'll know that it's Mr. Windybank's blood. Exactly. Here we go then. It turned green? Whose blood is that then, It's completely different to the color that Mr. Windybank's blood turned in the analysis. It just goes to show things don't always go according to plan, do they? Nevertheless, you just had to sample the results of the other blood analysis. The blood samples portfolio has been updated. Then whose blood is that? Green blood just seems wrong somehow. Oh, there's all sorts of different colors. They're pretty pinks and purples too, you know. Like I said. Everyone's blood is different. I wonder what color my blood is. I wonder what color my blood would turn out. Actually, I don't want to know. It would be nice if my blood was like a pink color. I don't know. Okay, how about we look at this? Name unknown. Green. Well, presenting doesn't seem to be an option. How about we go here? Apparently they just want us to keep investigating. A redemption ticket for our article was paused here. Is it? Looks like someone around an conversation wrote the ticket on what her paper was to hand. Yes, it's a ticket from McGilda's overcoat. The one that little diver turned up in yesterday. Oh, actually no, it's not. Really? Think you know better than me, do you? No, I didn't mean to, Reynolds right, Gracie. It isn't the same ticket. Of course it is, of course it isn't. I never doubted your leadership. So, what's all this about then, if I might be so bold as to ask? This is a second ticket. A second one? It seems that Mr. McGilda, in fact, had another article in storage here at Windybanks. Is that right? I think we need to discuss further with Inspector Ms. Naruto. Oh good, because he's ever so easy to talk to. Okay, my only solution was to freaking present to this guy, gosh dang it. This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilda's overcoat. Eh? You mean to tell me? Yes, there was more than just the music boxes, it seems. Huh. I should have insisted on last taking it back to Yari examining properly. Well, according to the details on this ticket, Mr. McGilda deposited an article here with Mr. Windybank. Yes, I can see it written here. A small box, was it? Do you have any idea where it is, Gracie? Any idea at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGilda. It could be an important clue. Well, yes, sir. I suppose it could be. Please, stop looking at his big turquoise eyes, all full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. All these marbles, I will go barking. This is no time for dog expressions, Inspector. That's enough sauce for me, sunshine! There's one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline is already passed, hasn't it? Oh yes, of course. Articles are only held for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be in here then. That's right, it's been forfeited. Which means it could be on the shelves in front of the shop, where the forfeited items are offered for sale. Yes, the shelves in front. Must search them once. You're wasting your time. Oh, there are dozens of little boxes out there, hundreds even. We can't possibly know which one might have been McGillis. That information is not written in the ledger. Well, I think you should at least have a look, just in case. Of course, your ladyship. Of course. Very sensible if you were sure. This is getting old. Okay, I was actually just supposed to examine this particular thing. Mrs. Naruhodo, I don't know if you noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. I didn't notice the freaking blood stain because I'm blind, apparently. I have noticed. The red spear, you mean? Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Miss Susato-san had picked up on that. Well, in that case, yes, we need Iris. We should show this to her before we forget. Okay. Like, I am so blind. I'm like, it's just a red smudge. Nah. It's freaking blood. Okay, let's move to the main shop and show the blood print to Iris so she could examine the blood. Okay, here you go. Oh, that looks like blood. I would say it's from a gloved finger, almost certainly a glove made of leather. Well, don't worry, Runo. You can leave the rest to me. It's purple? Look at that. Yes, it's the color we haven't seen before, isn't it? We simply must add the portfolio blood samples. Could be an important clue. Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. Well, this particular stain of blood. Oh, you have an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is? I think I do? Yes, I have an idea whose blood this is. Not for the color term, but with a little deduction. Okay, how about we like cross out all the possibilities from the people that could have bled or could have not have bled. Alright, I believe this is blood of... Well, Magnus McGill is out of the question because I have never seen him bleed before. Because he freaking died in a fire. I don't believe it's Gina because she hasn't been hurt. I don't think she has. I think she's only been knocked out. And then Pop Windybank. It's not Windybank because his blood is different. It's different color. His color is blue. So I guess the only choice is Star-Spired Mason. Star-Spired Mason? You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there. Well, it was 2 months ago now, that case. And of course I never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely Star-Spired though. The victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Star-Spired Mason. But that would mean that this blood stain was left on the ticket 2 months ago. Yes, I think it was. Gina brought this ticket here to Windybanks yesterday. I'm suggesting that a blood stain was already on it at the time. So it's a smear of blood from the time Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night. Now I ask you, Cells. Oh, what good hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? I was about to start running about me guns now. Was I shot to give the man a hand? Oh. It certainly does look like a leather glove thumbprint to this mark, but we know that Mr. McGill had no injuries at the time anywhere in his body, from which we can conclude that any blood in the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Naruhodo, he sounds just like Mr. Sholmes. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Yes, I think you're right, Runo. Very well. Let's make a note of this. The details of the pawnbroker's ticket has been updated. Alright. I nearly jumped on my skin there. How could Mr. Winnie make such a wicked trap? I doubt he set out to scare anyone. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon. Oh? Her trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you'll be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. Don't you remember, Runo? You told her she could rip up the representation papers and she didn't want you to be her lawyer. Really? Did I say that? Yes, you did. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, you better hurry back to prison and talk to Gina again. Alright, off to the prison we go. Witness my dumb butterfingers again. Okay, off to prison.